My name is Akim Boduni, aka Yeru, the Chairman Park Management Service.
What can you say about this new development in transport?
The new development transport in Ogun State is very, very fantastic. During Governor Dapo Abiodun and other transport, the transport is improved in Ogun State. So we are very happy to have a beautiful governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, to be in our state. So we appreciate him and all the ESCO, deputy governor and the secretary and chief of staff and all ESCO and also all our assembly. The assembly, honorable speaker and others. So we appreciate them. Today, we are launching this vehicle. We are so happy to be on ground today. So we are just appreciate our governor and other ESCO. That is it.
My name is Honorable Shegun Ogunleye. Yeah, the new travels development of Ogun State is very good. It's for our people to get relief, because we thank our Excellency Dapo Abiodun MFR for this program, because our people, they are suffering for transportation, even to Lagos, to Abeokuta. They are suffering for this program. Now they will get relief.
I am Honorable High Chief Bode Mustafa Amosi of Egbaland. There are some key components of living: security, health, transport, then education. And one of those components is being achieved today. So it's a very novel idea. It's a brilliant idea.
My name is Chivolu Inkaku Philem. Well, this will go a long way in boosting the transportation system in Ogun State. It will solve a lot of problems. Inter-township, from one zone to another zone, from one end to the other. It will improve a lot of transportation system in Ogun State, and it will ease the suffering of the people.
Who is here today? His Excellency Rashid Raji, you're most welcome. Thank you very, very much. Permit me to also recognize our fathers that are here, our Royal Highnesses, our Royal Majesties that are part of today's program. I start by recognizing Kábíyèsí, the Alake EFR. Kábíyèsí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa padùkọ̀ ká ṣe Kábíyèsí fórí adé o. Kábíyèsí. Also, I'd like to pay my due courtesy to Kábíyèsí, the Olu and the paramount ruler of Yewaland, who is also part of today's event. His Royal Majesty Ọba Dr. Kehinde Olubele MFR. Kábíyèsí, 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 Adéapẹ́lórí, Bàtà Apẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀. In the same vein, I'd like to recognize the representative of Kábíyèsí, the Akaribo of Remoland, His Royal Highness Oba Adeshegun Alowonle, the Ilemure of Imure. Thank you very much for being here. Kábíyèsí, 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 Adéapẹ́lórí, Bàtà Apẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀. We equally want to recognize distinguished honorable members of the Ogun State House of Assembly that are here today, starting with the Deputy Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly. I recognize Honorable Akim Balogun and all other distinguished honorable members of the Ogun State House of Assembly. See Nibiba. Yes, representing KBC, the Awujale, and the paramount ruler of the Ijebu land, His Royal Majesty of Dr. Sikiru Kaode Adetono CFR, is the Akija of Ikija, Ijebu, Oba Anthony Kaode Alakija, KBC, thank you very, very much. Bí mo ṣe ń sọ, gbogbo àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé ní abẹ́ wọn ó ní ìrìnkèrìnà gbogbo ọkọ̀ àti bí a ṣe rìn káàkiri, à ń wọ mọ́tò ní o, à ń gun ọ̀kadà ní o, à ń ṣe tí márúwá ní o, pátápátá ó ní wọ́n wà níbí. Àwọn alága wọn àti àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wọn pátápátá, ẹ jẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ní chairman of chairman. Ò tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa road, bàbá wa Efele Akibu wà níbí. Ẹ ṣé o, adúpẹ́. Bákan náà ẹ jẹ́ kí chairman Akomora àwọn náà wọ́n wà níbí. JP Sowunmi up Akomora àwọn náà wà níbí. Ọ̀túnba Nurudeen Alowole up Amora. Mo wá kí chairman Romo náà nítorí pé gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n jọ ń fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ láti túkọ̀ gbogbo àwọn union yìí. Chairman Romo, Comrade Shotayo, àwọn náà wà níbí. Up Romo, ó favour. Ẹ ṣé. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún kí igbákejì alága gbogbo ẹ̀ka. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed very happy to announce the arrival of His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince
Excellency ọmọ gbàgbàgbọ Abíọ́dún gómìnà tiwa èyí òkú kẹwí lọ́dúnwá láṣẹ wọn wisdom ìjọba ìyá ìṣòro èyí ohun kan wí sẹ́ olúwa làṣẹ. His Excellency Prince Dapò Abiodun Ẹniwà Governor Ogun State 4+4 is equal to 8. Èyí ohun kan wí olúwa làṣẹ. Your breakthrough is a priority. Ìgbéyà ìṣòro ló ká. Gómìnà ló sọ pé Buhari ní Buhari ní Buhari ní ọ̀pọ̀ ògùn. Ohun tó dá àwọn kan lójú bá mi, ẹyẹ mi lọ́kùn lọ́kọ̀ ẹni kan. Ohun tó dá àwọn òkè yìí bá mi.
For the flag off of this Gateway Bus pilot scheme in our dear state. Recognize all the steps, all your efforts in ensuring that there is an improvement. Thank you very much, Nigeria. His Excellency, Right Honorable Chibike Rotimi Amici is here with us. A round of applause for him, please. I also want to recognize the presence of His Excellency, a former governor in our state, a man indeed that is very well referred and given honor to. His Excellency Aremo Olusegun Oshoba. A round of applause for him as well. Thank you. The Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Kunle Oluomo, you're well recognized.
Prince Dapò Abiodun MFR, the government and the entire people of Ogun State, the Honorable Minister of Transportation, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Right Honorable Rotimi Amici and his entourage. I also welcome all government functionaries, captains of industries, players in the private sector, our royal fathers, and all guests here present to this auspicious occasion of the launch of the Ogun State Strategic Transport Master Plan and the Pilot Bus Mass Transit Scheme to be implemented here in Abeokuta. I congratulate actors in the transportation sector. The United Kingdom Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office, the Department of Transport Management, Olabisi Olopan, Ogun State, and others for being part of today's success story. It's my sincere appreciation to our neighbor and the pilot bus mass transit scheme are practical representations of the continued and successful implementation of the Building Our Future agenda in our dear states. Your Excellency, we, the management and staff of the Ministry of Transportation, take this opportunity to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude to you, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me observe that Ogun State remains the industrial hub in Nigeria. The transportation sector plays an important role in maintaining of choice. The fact that the position of our dear state as the only state that shares land borders with Lagos State, the fifth largest economy in Africa, and also serves an international window to the expansive corridor of West Africa reinforces the fact that our transportation system is very vital not only to our dear state's economy, but also to the entire country and indeed beyond. It is therefore not surprising that the state government is committed to reforming and repositioning the transportation sector towards ensuring continued provision of safe, affordable, accessible and comfortable multimodal transport systems that will stimulate continued development of our dear state and increase the individual prosperity of the people of our dear state. I have no doubt today's event of the launch of the Ogun State Strategic Transport Master Plan and the Pilot Gateway Bus Master Scheme will put the transformation process of the sector on a faster track, and it will help to improve and enhance the status of Ogun State as the most industrialized in the country.
Transportation, Honorable Rotimi Amechi, His Excellency the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR, please allow me to stand on existing protocol. First of all, I would like to congratulate Ogun State for the launch of its Ogun State Strategic Transport Master Plan, as well as the unveiling of the Ogun State Mass Transit. As some of the transport experts would say, transportation is the engine of any economy, and it is very important that you plan it well so that you can begin to foster and to energize the economy of your state. And in launching the Strategic Transport Master Plan, I think that's the right way forward. Also, when you look at the population projection, and I'm going to add Lagos State to it, because Lagos State is exploding, and I know that Ogun State will feel that impact. It's important that we create options for the people of Ogun State and Lagos State. And so it's actually a welcome idea to see Lagos State and Ogun State working together through the Lagos-Ogun Joint Development Commission, just to ensure that we develop our rail together, we develop the mass transit together, and the bus system. And integration is key to the transportation between Ogun State and Lagos State so that we can begin to foster the economy of both states. So it gives me pleasure, and let me also say that we have been working very well and with the Ministry of Transportation in Ogun, just to make sure that we develop the red line as well as the blue line, and then later on we'll look at the purple line, which is from Redeem all the way to Ojo, and we haven't talked about the yellow line from Otta all the way to National Theatre. I can see the BLT, but we will continue to work together, and I can assure you, Mr. Governor, that you would have the full cooperation of Lagos State in developing this integrated transport for Ogun State and Lagos State. So thank you very much, and let me say congratulations once again. Thank you.
His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, and His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Transportation, His Excellency, kindly permit me to dwell on the existing protocol. Today is a glorious day. We thank the Almighty God. I want to appreciate His Excellency, Prince Dapo Abiodun, first and foremost, for the creation of the Ministry of Transportation. Secondly, for the support for this preparation of the strategic transport intervention plan that actually led to the event of today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I also want to appreciate His Excellency for the opportunity that is given to the Olabisi Onabanjo University to be able to partner with the Ogun State government in preparing a document that led to the occasion of today.
Adedapo Abiodun MFR, the Honorable Minister of Transportation, who had been a governor in Rivers State for 6 years earlier, and who had done some of this transportation business there, and who is doing it now at federal level. Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, you are welcome. The Deputy Governor, Engineer Mrs. Noimot, another Rotimi, Salako Idele, you are welcome. I seek your permission to let me stand on the existing protocol after welcoming Mr. President, former President, Chief Olusegun Aremo Obasanjo, and the former Governor of Ogun State, Aremo Olusegun Oshoba. I congratulate Ogun State on this major step of launching the Ogun State Strategic Transportation Master Plan. When we were in school, after breakfast in the morning in Ake, I would trek 2 miles to school. And by the time I arrived in school, I was hungry again because there was no safe and affordable transportation system in Abeokuta, in Ogun State at that time. I congratulate all of us that this thing is happening in our own very presence. And while the Honorable Minister is still with us here, may I please, Minister of Transportation, you have built terminals that are comparable with anyone in the world. The one in Abeokuta is just like one of them. But the access to that place is zero. Please, whatever you can do so that we can access the railway station, we will appreciate it very much. Now, finally, I urge all our people, don't be afraid to go to Lagos anymore because your cars are old. Buy your newspaper in the morning, go to the bus stop, enter the Ogun State bus that will take you to, I've been told, up to Christ Church Cathedral in Marina to drop you there, and you can come back in the evening reading your papers all the way. Congratulations to all of you and to ourselves. God bless you all. Thank you, Your Excellency.
And former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who also at this time happens to be doubling as the regent of the Oluwu, Chief Olusegun Aremu Okikiolu Obasanjo, GCFR. His Excellency, our former Governor of Ogun State and political father, His Excellency Aremo Olusegun Oshoba. His Excellency, as Baba Oshoba acronym him, SGM, I heard that for the first time today, Speaker, Governor and Minister. The Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, Honorable Minister of Transportation, Her Excellency, my Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salakoide, the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Lakule Oluomo, the Head of Ogun State Civil Service, Dr. Nafiu Aigoro, my Chief of Staff, all former Deputy Governors are here present. I see quite a few of them. Nice also our speakers that are also here present. I see quite a few of them. The host for today's event, Engineer Binkadairu. I wonder how much you paid the Honorable Minister of Transportation for those accolades. All permanent secretaries are here present. I will skip the protocol and recognize His Royal Majesty, the Alake and Paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Dr. Adedotun Aremu, Badibos, CFR. We'll make sure that Kabiyesi rides to his palace today, having suffered many years ago, trekking from home to BBHS. I use Kabiyesi as a point of contact for all other Kabiyesi.
And of course, next His Excellency Papa Chief Segun Obasanjo.
Ṣẹ́gun àti Ṣẹ́gun òwò àtọ̀gbà ní pẹ́rígbẹ̀rún ẹ̀yin bàbá mi ẹ̀ máa rọra. Ọmọ ọ̀là ló dé ilé Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́. Ìyá ọmọ òde ìpètè ọmọ arántí mẹ́fì ètò. Bàbá mi ọmọ kúnibúni pé wọ́n ti. Òde ìmájẹ̀ga, òde ìmájẹ̀rọ̀fọ́. Ọjọ́ bá burú wọn kì í tan ẹ̀ méjèèjì bẹnu. Ọ̀bàmọ̀dé ìyá ọmọ tagbàta, ọmọ lẹ̀mọlẹ̀, ọmọ koro. Ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lọ́ba lọ́mọ̀rin ọ̀bá rin, èèyàn tí ò fẹ́ ni lọ́ba ṣe sọ́kì koro wa.
Òwúlọ́ kọ́kọ́ òwúlọ́ kọ́kọ́. Mr. Governor, you allow me to rest on over-established protocol other than to recognize Mr. President. When you say former president, president is president. President Olusegun Obasanjo. That memory of both Baba Obasanjo, he was telling us that when Alake was speaking, that in his time there was only one taxi in Abeokuta. You have restored the image, the commercial life, commercial capital of Abeokuta by the train station that and the train services from Lagos to Abeokuta. Now for my governor, when I say two, because I have known of Timi Amechi since 1991. That's like 2 years ago. And we have been very, very close since then. Now, for Governor Dapo, I'm always, it's making my evening great. And I'm sure it's also making the evening of President Obasanjo great. Why? He is one young man who is reviving all that was good for Ogun State. That was gateway transportation in Ogun State in my time. We were even operating up to Ilorin. Thank you, Mr. Governor, for giving back in my lifetime gateway. But don't forget the road that Baba is talking about in Ibogu. I did back my land to Ibogu. His own is Ibogu. The one that is talking about and if to Ibogu, where the master.
We are not only hired to do it, we are paid to do it. So when you don't do it, I don't know whether it's negation of duty or it is failure to perform your responsibility. Having looked at what I have seen here, and I think you've done well. It is not enough to say that you have the money. You could have the money and not do it. And Nigerians, you could spend 4 years and come to to our voters and give them money, they will forget that you didn't do anything and they will vote for you. But today, you've done what I do to myself. What I tell myself is, see how you met this country or this state. By the time you leave this state, you should ask yourself the question, what have I left behind? Would my children, I don't talk about people, would my children be proud of me that my father has performed this? That's why in the different states that I have been, as governor of Rivers State, there are landmarks for you to see. As Minister for Transport, there are landmarks for you to see. Indeed, when we were naming the stations, I did not know who came from where. I did not. In fact, the only person I know who came from where was the Akintola station, because there was a bit of debate. Should you give him a station or not? The Yoruba will feel bad or they won't feel bad. And I say, I don't care how you feel. I will name Akintola station after Akintola. Why I did that is that you can never write the Yoruba history, whether good or bad, without mentioning Akintola. So I leave you to make the judgment of history while I make the judgment of naming a station after him, through the approval of the president. One thing about transportation, Your Excellency the Governor, is the intermodality of transportation. No matter what you do about railway, it must end at a terminal. When you come down from that terminal, you must move either by leg, or by bicycle, or by road, to where you're going to. It is the responsibility of government to provide another means of transport that takes away from the railway to where you're going to. It is worse if that what you're conveying is cargo. Yes, we have provided a freight yard, but we think that the state governments, and I will come to that, should provide other means of transportation to other parts of the states. I thank you for doing that. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. That's what you told me on the phone that brought me here.
Hey, you let go.
Engineer Diary is my name, Honorable Commissioner for Transportation, Ogun State. Well, it's an important milestone moment in our states. This ministry was established 2 years or thereabouts ago to try and begin a process for transforming the transportation sector in Ogun State. The first step in the transformation process is usually to have a plan of action. And now we have a plan of action. This was launched today. Not only have we done that, the first phase of operating the plan itself, which is the pilot phase in Abeokuta, also launched. So it's an important day in the history of Ogun State, an important day certainly in the history of the nation's newly established Ministry of Transportation.
Thank you very much, sir. We saw a lot of personalities coming from today, and I believe today happens to be a great day live for Ogun State people.
It is, yes, it was well attended. We had the privilege of having the presence of the former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, former governor of Ogun State, also Olusegun Oshoba. The guest of honor, special guest of honor, was the Honorable Minister for Transportation, Right Honorable Rotimi Amici. And of course, the chief host himself, His Excellency, our Governor, Prince Dr. Lapo Abiodun, Alaki of Egbaland, the paramount ruler of Egbaland was there, as well as several dignitaries, all the service chiefs, Speaker of the House of Assembly, members of the House of Assembly, all the chairmen of all the local governments, the 20 local governments in Ogun State were in attendance. Members of the Executive Council, Chief of Staff, the Honorable Commissioner of Finance, several commissioners were in attendance, so it was well attended. But all those who needed to share in the activities of today and support the government in its mission and its vision for the transportation sector in our state.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. We believe that this will have a long effect on the people of the states in terms of transportation, movements.
It will. I think, as we said in the documentary, most of the transportation in Ogun State today is road-based, and that has its own challenges. In fact, it's dominated by Okada transportation, Maruas, and excuse me. Continuation with those forms of transportation is not the vision of His Excellency here in Ogun State. They're not safe. Not only are they not safe, they are becoming even more expensive day by day. Increasing the challenges that most of our people face. Because wherever you are, it's important and necessary that you have to travel from one place to the other. And the vision of His Excellency is that people do so in a way that is safe, in an affordable manner, and a speedy manner too. So economies of scale tells us that the best way to achieve that is to introduce mass transit, bus or rail or even water transportation opportunities. And that is what the plan that was launched today intends to achieve.
Thank you very much.
Okay? Thank you.